second chapter, second unit, and second topic. We are discussing about the requirements of marker plannings. What are the requirements of marker plannings? Are first of all alignments of fabric piles, correct ply tension, fabrics are in a flat, elimination of fabric faults, correction ply direction and adequate lay stability, elimination of static electricity, avoidance of fusion of piles, avoidance of distortion in spread, easy separation of cut layers, matching checking stripes. So these are the different types of requirements of marker plannings. First of all, we start with the first starting topic of alignment of fabric piles. Every pile should be have minimum extra. Every pile have should minimum possible extra outside those measurements. The natures of these textile materials vary in width. The marker plan is made out of it the narrowest width. Inaccuracy in this alignment could mean that piles do not cover the whole area of the marker plan and parts of some pattern pieces would be missing when cut. So every ply should be comprised at least width of marker plan but should have minimum extra outside from those measurements. The marker plan is made to narrow width. Correct ply tension. The ply tension should be correct. If the tension is low, then there will be ridges in the piles, and if the tension is too high, then the fabric may shrink after cutting and sewing. The use of spreading machines gives uniform tension. The fabric must be flat. The fabric laid on the table should be flat, otherwise there will be ridges in it. Elimination of fabric faults, holes, stains, etc. may be identified by the fabric supplier, and the additional faults may be detected during examination of fabric by garments manufacturer. Prior to spreading, the spreader cuts across the ply at the position of the faults and pulls back, and the cut end to the overlaps as far back of the next splice mark. Splice marks are marked on the edge of the spreading table prior to spreading by references to the marker, and ensure that whenever a splice is created, the overlap of fabric is sufficient to allow complete garment parts rather than sections only to be cut. Computerized methods of achieving these are now available, which provide a display of the marker plan on a computer. Correction ply direction and adequate lay stability. These two factors must be considered together. They depend on the fabric type, pattern shape, and the spreading equipment that is available. When the pattern pieces have been positioned in a particular direction in the marker plan, it is essential that the fabric is spread in a way that maintains that direction. Effects of surface design or fabric construction, problems of instability with a nap or pile surface. This can be required that some fabrics are spread with all pile face symmetrically, pattern piece all same way up face to face. If pattern pieces are asymmetrical, all pieces face up or face down. So in correct ply direction, the lie stability are two factors considered together. According to the fabric type and pattern shape, the equipment will be available. In the particular direction of marker plan, the spread is maintained the direction essential. It will be affected by the surface design and fabric construction and pile surfaces from face to face and face up to face down. Elimination of static electricity. In spreading piles, the fabric containing man-made fibers, friction may increase the charge of static electricity in the fabric. Friction may be reduced by changing the method of threading the fabric through the guide parts of the spreading machine. Humidity in the atmosphere of cutting room may also be increased, thus allowing the static electrics to discharge continuously through the atmosphere. In some cases, it may be necessary to earth the LA. So electric charges also man-made containing more electric charge electricity. Why? Because the friction contact will be very less. So in the spreading machines, humidity and atmosphere maintained will be increased. Avoidance of fusion of piles. In case of thermoplastic fiber fabrics may fuse together during a cutting. If cutting knife becomes hot, we can prevent fabric from fusion by using anti-fusion paper, using silicone lubricants on the knife blade, reducing ply height, avoidance of distortion in spread. There should be a friction between the bottom of the spread and the surface of the table, so as a layer of hard polyethylene sheet is laid at the bottom of the spread. Easy preparation of the cut lay into the bundles. Identification marks are used into the piles due to the color or shade variation of the fabric or other use cases. For these separations, low valued colored paper is used to piles. Matching checks or stripes. If the fabric is checked or striped, then it must be laid to marker plan and they should be matched by the checks and stripes. So this is the another topic, procedure of fabric spreading. Fabric length and weight. During fabric spreading, the width should be equal to marker length and width. These measurements must be uniform before fabric cutting, otherwise fabric wastages may be increased or defective garment component may be produced. Fabric tension is in the layer should be uniform. If the tension is higher than smaller size actual size, on the other hand, if the fabric lay be loose, then it may be create problem during fabric cutting, and lesser size in the common brand of the may be used, and then fabric tension will be increased. Fabric splicing. Splicing means joining of two fabric parts. Another important factor of fabric spreading is fabric splicing. Splicing should be accurate during fabric spreading. Excess splicing may increase faulty area, and short splicing may produce faulty component. The lay of the fabric should be maintained according to the fabric construction and splicing methods. Static electricity. Generally, man-made fibers may increase the charge of electricity, which is in the main reason for producing static electricity in the fabric spread processes. Static electricity should have more capable of producing more density of changing of the pattern designing of the fabric ply direction. The direction of the fabric ply should be corrected. Fabric ply direction depends on the type of fabric, shape of the pattern, and the construction of the fabric. Therefore, ply direction must be checked before laying of the ply on the cutting table. Otherwise, they may create problem during the sewing section in garments. Ply number is another important factor for fabric spreading. Ply number should be counted during fabric spreading. The higher ply number may increase variation between the cutting knife and the fabric layer, and lower number of the plies may be depends upon the faults of the ply number is more important factor. Next, stripes and check matching. Stripes and checks should be matched with every ply of the fabric. Therefore, strip and check matching are done very carefully during fabric spreading process in garments. Otherwise, that will be created problem during the sewing section in garments. Fabric faults removing. There are different types of fabric faults are found in fabric inspection section. They are such as hole, missing end, broken end, thick end, ready fabric, broken pattern, double pick, slub snarl, thick and thin places, temple marks, etc. Before fabric spreading, these faults must be removed from the general processing of chemical processing and may not be in fabric distinctions. So these are the different types of faults. We will be discussed procedure for fabric spreading and requirements of marker plannings. So these are very essential for the requirements of to making a format of garments and manufacturing techniques and marker requirements of marker plannings and different stages of the spreadings. Alignments and correct ply tensions should be maintained properly in the marker plannings. Okay, thank you.